to Mike Murdoch and Rod Parsley. And Rod, I don't know if you listen or if any of your friends listen, but I continue to be very disappointed in your walk with the Lord and how you've turned away from the gospel of Jesus Christ to a gospel of manipulation and deception with having someone, to me, who seems like a despicable character, and Mike Murdoch, on your television broadcast talking about resurrection seed offerings. There's no such thing as a resurrection seed offering. You don't have to give God any resurrection seed offerings for him to do anything for you. We don't pay God for miracles. We give money to each other to help other people. And I'm calling for a nationwide boycott of Mike Murdoch Ministries, so-called, and Rod Parsley until they repent and stop this shameful manipulation and lying. There's no truth behind any kind of seed faith donations for miracles. You don't have to give God money for him to give you money. Because, number one, God doesn't need any money. Could you please tell me why anyone would want you to believe or try to get you to believe that God needs money? I don't know. He never needed any money when he was creating the universe. You know, he didn't have to use money, like, you know, to buy trees or plants, or when he created man, he didn't need $5. So one example I like to give is when your child asks you for something, when they need something, you don't say, well, you give me $5 first, and then I'll give you something, because I have to know that you're being obedient to me by giving me a financial offering, and then I'll do something for you. So, like, how could you think God is like that? I mean, these people know better. I mean, they read the Bible. They read the Bible, but they have to have money to fund their con games that they're running and pay their debts, their multi-million-dollar debts. And, you know, Mike Murdoch, he sits there on the set of Rod Parsley's TV program, and he tells you how, you know, he's got 3 jet airplanes or whatever, and you know, he's got all these multi-million-dollar house, and you know, you're riding the bus, and you're living in a tenement somewhere in a slum. So, you know, don't send Mike Murdoch your money. Don't send Rod Parsley your money. And I want to give you some scriptures to back this up, because you said, you know, sometimes people say, well, you know, you're not supposed to be saying these things. I want to know why, though. I want to know why, as a Christian, why that doesn't offend you when someone like Rod Parsley and someone like Mike Murdoch go on television before a lost and dying world and tell people to send them money so that God will bless them. Why doesn't that offend you? It offends me. I know God doesn't like it. So, you know what 1 Timothy 6:5 says? Them that sin rebuke before all. And so that's what we're doing here today, because Rod Parsley and Mike Murdoch and your shameless waste of millions of dollars of television time with this resurrection seed nonsense, which there is no resurrection seed. Ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, Rod Parsley, way back years ago, he was a sweet guy, and I know he loved the Lord, and then somehow he got caught up in all this fame and fortune, and he had to start manipulating people to pay his bills, and then he deceived himself And, you know, it's really a shame because here's a man that has a Bible college, He's training, so he's supposed to be training young men and women to be in the ministry. Well, what kind of training is that? What kind of training is that is to train young people to manipulate people to get money to fund their ministries? I don't know. I mean, preaching the gospel is free. You don't need any money to go witness to your neighbor. So, I mean, whoever told you that they had to have money to preach the gospel? Well, yeah, if you're going to have a TV ministry, if you're going to have a church building, if you're going to have a Bible college, some radio ministries have to have finances. So, yeah, we can understand that. But if you're going to do those things that are going to cost money, then you have to live by faith. You can't promise people that, if they send you money, God's going to heal their bodies, He's going to give them babies, He's going to save their children, He's going to give you a new house and a new car, and you're going to be financially blessed. No, please. Oh my God, I wanted to stop. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate what's happened. I hate what's happened to the church. And I want to provoke you. I want to provoke you to take the same stand so we can see an end to it. We need to see an end to this thing because almost every Christian so-called broadcaster now on so-called Christian TV, and I say so-called because once they start this nonsense, I don't know if they're even saved. They all do it. They all do these telethons where they raise millions of dollars and they tell you that they have to have the money so they can stay on the air when that's not really the case. They have to have the money so they can buy more TV stations and buy more buildings and whatever and get richer. Because most of them people are paying for airtime, so they're making their money back to keep the stations going, but they need extra money to get richer. So they need to tell you the truth and stop this lying. So that's all. Look, I hope that all of you that love God and want to see people get saved, that you'll join in this crusade to put a stop to this sham, because that's why people like Moon and his people, they can thrive and deceive people, because we don't have enough people preaching the gospel out there out of a pure heart without any ulterior motives. So these people come around and they're able to deceive people. And this Moon guy, he wants to call himself the Messiah, and because Jesus